you have to be very careful how you speak to other people about your body, about their bodies. First of all, just don't talk to anyone about their bodies.
Right.
Period.
Ever.
Never.
Ever.
Not positive, not saying something positive even,
No.
because that,
No.
let me break it down. If you say to somebody, because this shocks me that this is still a thing, and this isn't to shame anybody who is not
Mm-hmm.
informed about speaking of this. It's just that it hurts me that people don't know this. If you say to somebody, oh wow, like you look really good, meaning maybe implying perhaps they lost some weight or whatever it is. First of all, it's showing that you think good is equivalent to losing weight or being
Yes.
skinnier. And second of all, you have no idea what that person is going through. They could be doing really harmful things to their bodies in that moment, and you could just be reinforcing those actions and adding fuel to the fire by being, oh look, it's working. Whatever these actions I'm taking, it's working. So even a seemingly positive comment about someone's appearance can be very detrimental. So just avoid it at all costs. There are so many ways you can compliment people without talking about their appearance, whether it's in your day-to-day life or in a specific dance or performing arts world. There's so many ways that you can connect with people and share how you feel about people and lift people up without commenting on that.
Yes. Thank you for saying that. It is so, so important. Unfortunately, it's so prevalent in the dance and theater community still. It will be, I think, just because of people's backgrounds and, what they were taught, and, we're all at different places. But yeah, it's just so important to name and say, like, let's not do that.
Yeah. I want to put us both on the spot and challenge both of us for a second. So let's do a little activity. I'm going to make a comment to somebody next to you in your dressing room. And
Okay.
let's think about what you might say. I'm going to say, "Girl, you're looking so good. I can see that six pack."
I would say, Jess, we can't talk about people's bodies like that.
Why? I'm giving a compliment.
Yes, to you it's a compliment, but you really do not know how that is coming across. You are saying that a six pack is fierce and great, but everyone's bodies are great. So maybe let's not put those two things together.
Love. Okay. Challenge me. It's on.
Okay. Okay. I am seeing a friend I haven't seen in a long time. And she comes up and I say, "Oh my gosh, you look so snatched. Like, wow, your body looks amazing."
Hi, dear friend. I appreciate what you're saying because I know you mean it as a compliment, but I'd love to just explain to you that for me, and I think for a lot of people, it's actually harmful sometimes to hear even something seemingly positive like that can reinforce negative behaviors that I already have. And also, even if I'm not actively in a negative behavior spiral, it's kind of implying that skinnier is better and leaner is better and things like that. And I'm working really hard to get out of that kind of headspace.
Thanks for calling me out.
You're so welcome.
I mean, you would hope that that is the response, but I know that, sometimes at least upon receiving that, I have gotten like, it's not that deep. People like don't
Yeah.
want to hear that history or like how it's affecting you. They're like, what do you mean? It's a compliment. But like you're saying, most cases, it is from a place of love. It's like, I am complimenting you. This is something that should make you feel good. But I think exactly like what you just said, naming the thing of, well, it's actually doing harm. I think that is so important.
Yeah, definitely. And just remember that one little conversation can really impact many other people, many other conversations. Because, okay, we just had this conversation, and now as a fake situation, you're more informed. So
Exactly.
now you walk into the dressing room and you hear someone else saying something and you're thinking, oh, I just had this conversation. Let's see what I can do to make this a better environment for everybody. So you can slowly plant these seeds. And also, you can become someone who people know not to say that kind of thing in front of. And that's
Yes.
powerful too. So I want to encourage everybody to have a little moment of self reflection. And it can be really helpful to have some phrases on the tip of your tongue, like on the bench in storage, ready to be said in this kind of situation. So you're not just like, I don't know, because that happens a lot for me, at least, when
Yeah.
an important conversation will come up or someone will say something and I'm like, oh, now's the time to use my vice. Now's the time to use my voice and advocate for something, but my words are a little bit jumbled.
Yeah.
So this is about bodies. This is about also kind of any issue you care about. Write some things down. Just have things ready to be said to those around you.
Yeah. I think that is great advice because it's true. Sometimes in the moment you are maybe caught off guard even. Like sometimes for me when
100%.
I hear that or someone is that kind of blatant to a friend of mine or something, I want to defend them and come in and I'm just so shocked at the kind of like the way that something was said, you know? And so I think that's something that I'm going to do now, you know, like think about my responses more just to kind of have them loaded, I'm going to say. Yeah, I think that's a great thing to do.
Yeah.